right, now, so this is my last chance, right? I could take the next 4 years off. I could nap for the next 4 weeks.
Some last-minute theatrics as Naheed Nenshi files his re-election campaign papers Monday. We've known for almost a year that Calgary's mayor would seek re-election, and now we know he's quite fond of the current council.
Yeah, anyone who wants one can use a picture. Anyone who would like a quote from me, a factual quote about their work, can have that as well. You know, I've said before that we've got a council that works together well. There's no slates, there's no coalitions, there's no ideology. We figured out how to work together well.
It's not common practice for mayors to endorse other candidates. Some running in the October 21st election call it inappropriate.
Well, I don't think it's proper. I think the mayor has to run for his seat and everyone else should be running under their own merits as well. I mean, obviously he has opinions, everyone's right to their own opinion, but whether there's a need for influence the individual races, I don't think so. I think it's more appropriate everybody be able to make their own case.
Do you ever recall Dave Brown-Kanye helping the incumbents out? Or the mayors before him? So it's his voice, he's allowed to, but I don't think he should be involved in that.
Taylor says it's similar to the mayor running a slate of candidates, something Nenshi has railed against in the past.
Spoken about slates, so you're not creating one.
Well, you know, when we talk about a slate, and the thing that I'm concerned about a slate is a slate of people who will decide how to vote prior to the vote happening. That's what we had before 2010. We had 8 to 7 votes all the time. It was always the same 8 to the same 7. And I don't think that the city was very well served by that.
One of the 8 challengers to Nenshi's job, former alderman and MLA John Lord, says the endorsements could backfire on the mayor.
The mayor has to have a good working relationship with whomever Calgarians choose to come back to council. And so I think it's very important that the mayor recognize that he should not be alienating anyone who's coming who may be new to council. And so I think it just shows his lack of experience in politics that he would go around and set up a situation that assumes that everyone is going to be returned that he favors, and that he will not have to be working with anyone new on council who then will be alienated by what he's done.
A recent Harold Leger poll put Nenshi's approval rating at 83%. Many of the councillors on the receiving end of his endorsement don't have any concerns about the appropriateness of the gesture.
I'm sorry, it's appropriate. I can't answer that. I can only answer it for myself. And I think the fact that we have a diverse council that is working very well together, I think is very important. And I think the diversity of opinion provides for effective debate, and that is critical to an effective council that makes good decisions.
Well, again, I mean, he has to go on his conscience. My view is I gave a quote personally to an alderman, Peter DeMong, that I think is doing exactly what we should be. They requested one and they used it on their literature. So is there anything inappropriate to that? I don't think so. You're supporting each other. The mayor has to decide because he has a slightly different role than we do.
And then there's the question of whether the endorsement will sway voters.
Does he help or hinder you at the door?
I think he helps all incumbents, actually. What I've seen is that people are as I walked up to a door, there's sometimes already a Nenshi sign and a John Marr sign beside it. So we see a lot of these types of things at the street level. People are saying, well, we're with you and we're with the mayor.
I think it can be a double-edged sword. With an endorsement comes benefits, but also comes baggage. And I know that I've run on my own platform. I've put together a very detailed platform that people can read and understand, and I'm willing to stand up for that. At the end of the day, our former councillor in Ward 1 is only one vote. And he can certainly speak with his friends and do that, but we have supporters just like the former councillor who are doing the same thing, and so I look forward to seeing the results of all those efforts on October 21st.
I think the mayor is free to endorse whoever he wants. It's his right. I think when you work with people for 3 years, you get friendly with them. You're working cheek to jowl, and you're pushing and you're working hard, and there's a tendency that you want to keep it that way.
I will let the mayor do, as we all know, we will let the mayor do what the mayor does. I will take any and all support that I can get, and that is That's something that I've actually been pretty proud of, that I have wide-ranging support across all sectors.
The voters will have their say October 21st. Rick Donkers, CalgaryHerald.com.